How are you doing in your kickball league this year?
Good. I think right now we're 3-1. We got our teeth kicked in tonight, but it's fine.
He's not mad about it.
No, it's fine. I care a lot less than I used to care. When we were when we were going for that four-peat, it was more serious to me than basically everything but my marriage, I would say. And it almost ruined our marriage because Steph was on third with one out, bottom of the ninth, and we were tied. Could have fucking walked it in for a four-peat. Who knows what happens? But she stayed, and then we lost.
She should play for the Mets.
Yeah.
He's not mad though.
No, he's not
I
mad.
am. I am mad.
He's hiding it really
She
well.
was pregnant with Baker and she swears it's pregnancy brain.
Ooh.
But the guy
Colin
kicked it
Baker.
straight out to right field. All she had to do was tag up and we were champions. Oh,
Man.
whatever.
Right field too, man.
I know. I know.
Not
I
even
mean, it was
left
just
field.
past first base. Like, it wasn't deep, but like in kickball, because the ball is so big and light,
Yes.
if you commit, you will make it because it's
Yeah.
just like the ball fumbles through the air.
Yeah, it goes wacky directions.
Yeah. It's fucking annoying.
Great. Steph, hope you're not listening to this.
She's not. She's, she's simply not.
To the depths from that dive bar.
Funny. That's what I've been calling you.
Touche.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Rough Cut Retrospective, a podcast that talks movies, TV, the occasional comic book every once in a while the world burns around us. I'm your host, your fifth dimensional host, Jackson Meheran. Joined with us, the bounty hunting, cigar smoking, main man badass. It's Carter Sims.
Smoking my infinite cigar. Happy to be here.
Love it. Also joined with us this week, he poisons dogs and steals swords, podcaster of the Brown Hills. It's Jeffrey Brown.
It just takes some time. Everything will be. What's up, boys?
Great. This episode's
What
gonna get
is up?
copyright stricken now.
Mhm. Not because we do a Lady Gaga song every week, but because
No,
of
of course not.
Jeff's cursive singing, which we'll get into. Uh, yeah, boys, this week we're doing a review of the 2026 Supergirl movie, fresh from theaters. Got a lot to say about it, probably. I think we're kind of in the same boat, maybe a little variation there. But before we jump into that, tell me something, boy.
Tell me something, boy.
Carter, let's throw to you.
Yeah, I had a weird week of watches. It also hasn't been that long in between, but I checked out a few things. I checked out Pickpocket, which is an Italian film from like the 50s. Just about a pickpocket. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's pretty good. Enjoyed it. Pretty I don't know, like the 50s and 60s Italian movies are sometimes a struggle for me in all the old, avant-garde kind of style. But this is a little more plot focused, which I enjoy. But that was good. And then I checked out a movie called Sneakers, which is a Robert Redford movie from the 1990s, which is very different from Pickpocket. But it's just like the most 90s movie ever. It's like these Robert Redford runs like this crew of people that like break into security systems to test how effective they are. And somehow this like shadowy intelligence agency recruits them to try and get this device that cracks all codes, essentially, like hacks into defense systems and things like that. Um, because basically the villain, who is Ben Kingsley, which is kind of a spoiler, but not really, like wants to hack into corrupt organizations and give the money to just causes. Like they want to like take money from the RNC and give it to like Greenpeace, which I think is hilarious. It's just great stuff. It's a really kooky movie. I'd recommend. Very fun. And then I watched Ensemble, which is Denis Villeneuve's movie from 2010, which is really good. I gave it 5 stars. It's my first 5-star watch of 2026.
Wow.
So it's super cool. It like tells the story of this mother who journeys through like the Middle East, and then in the same time it like tells the story of her two twins that are trying to discover this long lost son and this long lost father that they thought was dead, and a brother that they never knew they had. So they like try to find them, and then you see the mother's story as they're trying to find them. It's really good, and really, really twisty and turny. Has a really awesome twist at the end, which I'd highly recommend. So I'd highly recommend checking that out. And that was kind of it. It's been a wacky week of watches for me, but it's been fun. What about you, Jeff?
I'm pretty easy this week. I still have not caught a movie other than our title for the episode. I've been cranking through Dungeon Crawler Carl so I can get to book 2 before the beach tomorrow.
Nice.
But I have been like as a palate cleanser before I go to sleep. I've been ripping Twilight Zone, like
Ooh.
and it's
Hell
been
yeah.
awesome. It's been awesome. It's just
Any
such a
favorite
cozy.
episodes?
Yeah, I just watched one last night that I really liked, where like this plane lands perfectly fine, and then there's no one on it. It's
Ooh.
just yeah, it's just that kind of stuff. I can't get enough of it. So that's been really fun.
Ooh,
But yeah,
cute.
that's basically it for me. What about you, Jax?
Yeah, for me, not a ton of new stuff. We've been kind of paralyzed with TV, and so we threw Smallville season 4 on and just got that going, and it's been super fun. We got Lois Lane in the mix now, which is pretty cool, and all sorts of weird body swapping episodes and all sorts of crazy shit. So that's pretty fun.
Fun.
And then, and not so fun watch, I did check out We Need to Talk About Kevin, which. I didn't know what it was at all going into it. Like I think in my head I was thinking of like I Love You Man or something when Abby was like, "Oh, we're gonna throw this
Oh
on." And I was like,
God.
"Oh, okay." Um and yeah, it's like a pretty interesting the editing in this I think is like maybe the strongest aspect of it. Like it does this really cool like non-sequential storytelling with oh God, Tilda Swinton, and her kid Ezra Miller, who's like just not right. And it's like throughout the film, it kind of cuts in and out, and you realize that something bad happened, but you don't exactly know what. And it's an interesting movie about like, wow, like he was messed up, and also other people should have stepped in, and also she was drowning and dealing with a lot of stuff. It was pretty crazy. Jeff, I don't think you've seen this one, but Carter is
Yeah, yeah, I'm
pretty
super interested in
intense.
it. I saw you guys' reviews. You guys seem to
Yeah.
really like it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's really tough because it's very clear that Ezra Miller has the sauce or had the
mhm,
sauce, and it's
yeah.
just kind of a shame of what happened to them.
Hmm.
Yeah, all that. John C. Riley, great in dramatic roles.
Hmm.
Are they
Yeah.
still like a working actor, or are they done?
Uh,
I,
anything
I
post Flash? I'm not sure.
yeah, other than
Couldn't tell you.
the Fantastic Beasts sequel, which they're barely in.
Hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. Maybe they're in that
The Army Hammer movie.
yeah, that one that everyone's been talking about.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
Oh man.
number 2 on Apple.
There's like 3 things on Apple, so that's not really saying much.
Greyhound.
I like Apple. I like Apple. But yeah. Well, sweet. Let's move on to That's Just Your Opinion, man.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
And boys, we're talking Supergirl 2026. This is a Craig Gillespie flick who's done some movies I really liked. I, Tanya, Lars and the Real Girl, and some more mainstream like Cruella, which I think people generally tend to like. Um, I think that kind of informs some of his affinities toward needle drops and stuff. People being like, "Oh, that's a James Gunn thing." It's like, it's he really likes him too. Like he's not
Yeah.
uh he's not alone in that. Tagline, truth, justice, whatever. Which could maybe be a pretty decent description of the movie overall from what I've seen from reviews. Synopsis. When an unexpected and ruthless adversary strikes too close to home, Kara Zor-El, aka Supergirl, reluctantly joins forces with an unlikely companion on an epic interstellar journey of vengeance and justice. Starring Millie Alcock as Supergirl, Eve Ridley, who is her debut role as Ruthie in this, which is pretty fun. Matthias
I
Schoenaerts
think
as
so.
Krim,
Yeah.
little Danish name. Jason Momoa as Lobo, and then we have David Krumholtz as Orel, and David Corenswet back as Superman. This is a lower budget movie compared to Superman. This had a budget of 170 million, and needs about 300 million to kind of break even. Currently, from what I've seen, it's at 65 million worldwide so far. Not great. I think Toy Story 5 beat it at the box office in its second week, which isn't
Hmm.
super shocking. But yeah, in comparison, Superman had the 2025 one had a budget of 225 million and grossed 619 million, which honestly is like for what Superman is kind of low to me, especially like considering the quality of the movie for me. But yeah, and of course, before we jump into it, I do want to just talk about the fact that this is very much heavily influenced by the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow 8-issue miniseries by Tom King. It came out in 2021 and 2022, which is really recent turnaround for like a comic to movie adaptation, which I think is pretty interesting. And it's definitely heavy on like the sci-fi fantasy elements in ways that I wish maybe the movie could have taken more after. But for now, I want to jump into your guys' initial reactions. I don't think you guys have read the comic, which maybe helped you guys in your overall review. So, Carter, I'll throw to you. What'd you think?
Um, yeah, I hadn't read the comment or the comic. Lauren and I like we were committed to this. Lauren and I went to the theater on a Wednesday, the Wednesday before it came out. We went to like a fan fest screening or whatever. So we saw it in Dolby. We were committed. We were in the second row, and my seat didn't recline.
I
So
remember you texting this.
um, it either maybe it was a detriment to my viewing experience, but I was looking up at the screen like
Craning,
with a
yeah.
crick neck the whole time a little bit. Lauren wanted to go. I was surprised, but she wanted to go for the girlies. Like she was like, "Yeah, let's go see it." So we had a fun little date night, but I will say, without getting into details, we neither of us were fans
Hmm.
of the movie. I think it has been overhated as well. I am firmly in the mid
Mhm.
uh category for it. So I don't think it's the worst superhero movie ever, like some are claiming. So by a wide margin. But
Yeah.
yeah, generally didn't enjoy it, but there were some things I liked about it, which I'm happy to get into. But those were kind of my general thoughts. What about you, Jeffrey?
Yeah, I think I liked it a touch more than you did, but I still was just kind of, yeah, this is pretty middle of the road. Like I thought there were moments of it and aspects of it that I really liked,
Hmm.
and some that were just kind of underbaked or too thin that kept it from being good or not even good but great. Um, yeah, but overall, I 100% agree. I think all the sexist commentary on her as a character, her as an actress, and then
Hmm.
painting that as a movie is pretty gross and way overblown. It's just a shame. Like I know there's like a handful of movies we talked about recently that like Lightyear and Dial of Destiny, where like you're kind of forced to like overlike it
Hmm.
because it's like why can't movies just like why can't 3 stars be a fine time with the movies anymore? It either has to
Yeah.
be Oppenheimer or it's Manos, the
Morbius.
Hands of Fate. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just stupid. But yeah, I had a decent time with it. I'll probably never watch it again, but a
Really?
decent
That's
time.
fair.
Yeah, I think I'm in that boat. But Jax,
Mm.
you were the most positive of all of us, which I actually was surprised on based on just people's reactions from the source material. Really.
Yeah,
Ye- Yeah. Also really quick too, before we get too far away with it, I do want to say the writer Anna Nogueira
Hmm.
Nogueira
Sure.
uh she did this and she's also potentially writing the Teen Titans and Untitled Wonder Woman film for the DCU. I
Okay.
don't know if that guys has you excited. Some people are maybe more reserved. I feel like a lot of people are like hating on the script specifically, which I think I
that
think
makes me nervous for those projects.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fair.
I'm apprehensive.
Um, I think some of the choices that she made in the script, like so for example, like one of the big differences, I won't get into it yet, but like some of the choices she made, I thought were actually like a pretty interesting read on the character and kind of elevated some moments from the book that I thought were lacking. So I do want to give her credit.
Okay.
I think the characterization of Kara specifically is overall better. Because like the story is kind of a Ruthie story with Kara as like the main supporting character in that. Um,
Gotcha.
so yeah, but for me, like as far as like initial reactions, obviously like this comic is like it's really good. I really love it, and so it's going to be hard to kind of live up to a story like that. And also like typically we don't get, with the exception of like the names of comics like Civil War and stuff like that, you don't tend to get like really direct adaptations.
Mhm.
This, even though it's like off the mark by like a pretty big margin, it's still like one of the better like from page to screen movies, just because like a lot of the Cape movies don't specifically go for like one specific story or any of the stories. Sometimes it's just the characters and IP in general,
Sure.
and then they do stuff like that. So like in that way, I think it's cool. Um, yeah, I wanted to like it better. I think for me the biggest issue is that visually this comic is beautiful and like really needs like this larger than life cinematography, and it is just not there, like even a little bit. Um,
Yeah, that's where I kind of
yeah.
even started to like immediately. That's where I like knocked on the movie a little bit because like for all the marks that we gave Superman
Yeah.
for being this awesome tone setter and like being a completely different thing from like the previous DC slop and like the mid Marvel stuff that we
Hmm.
got. Like we were promised that these would be different. And Superman was like it was
Hmm.
colorful, it had life, its characters were great, its antagonist was great. And in this it just kind of felt like, mid-tier Marvel. It just felt like it just was brown and gray and it just felt really
Yeah.
sloppy to me. Things kind of felt like yada yada. The antagonists felt pretty vague.
Hmm.
Um, and all that to say, I think that the cast is innocent. I think that
Totally.
Millie Alcock I still stand by that is pretty pitch perfect. And even Jason Momoa, who I know nothing about Lobo, but it seemed like he fit that character pretty
Hmm.
well and seemed like
Yeah.
that's kind of the role he was kind of born to do. I feel like I got a little taste of that earlier this year with this like forgettable prime movie called The Wrecking Crew, where he's kind of doing a similar thing. It felt like the bunny slopes for this.
Yeah.
Um, but I think the cast is great.
Hmm.
I don't fault them at all. I think it's not. I think it's the material they were given, which was not up to snuff,
Hmm.
in my opinion.
Yeah, for me, like as a Superman fan, I do think the castings have been 10 out of 10 across the board.
Yeah,
And I am really
Yeah.
excited. I hope they get to continue to appear and stuff. I don't want like the results of this, box office performance to be like, well, we were on the fence with this potential merger and now we don't want to do it.
right,
Like hopefully like they
right.
don't take those types of lessons from this. Especially like people have been incredibly toxic about Millie Alcock, like on par with
Mhm.
Brie Larson. I mean, it's not shocking, but like it definitely sucks. Um, because I don't think anybody deserves that, and I don't know. Whenever that happens, you want a movie to be like perfect to really show them, and when it's not, that kind
Yeah,
of sucks too a little bit. It's like, damn, I really wanted this to be so good they couldn't be
yeah.
misogynist. They always would be, no matter what. But
And I will give Gunn and Safran credit for, as opposed to Marvel, it took them like, 20 movies to put a female superhero at the
mhm,
center. They're doing
true.
it on their second movie, which I think is,
Yeah.
the bold swing that, yes, that's something that we're looking to do different in this
Hmm.
new regime.
And and I think one of something me and Abby have talked about a lot, and we were both really excited for this. And something you said Lolo even mentioned of like thinking this was for the girlies. I'm gonna go check it out. I feel
Yeah.
like it should have catered to that audience even harder a little bit. Like I feel like maybe like it should have been more fun pop moments at times, like and just kind of I don't know, like Abby was like, it just wasn't truly for the girlies in the way I wanted it. Whether it was through like, song choices or just overall aesthetics, whatever.
That felt the
Um,
only way they tried to accomplish it was during any fight scene, we're going to overlay it
mhm.
with a girl popped cover and
Which was
call it a day.
and it's weird that this is like a thing maybe we only notice it for these types of, but I feel like Captain Marvel also kind of had that problem of like
Very much so.
little like over, and a lot of movies do too, but like specifically like the girl power song moments that kind of just take away the power from it in general by like acknowledging that it's girl power. You know what I mean? It's like one of those where it's
It's
like,
like a
okay,
fine line. Yeah.
yeah. Um, yeah, I don't like, and what's so great about the, and I'm just gonna keep saying this too, like the visuals of the comic and like the dynamic of like her grief, like a big change that they did in this movie that like really doesn't work for me, and I was excited to talk to you guys about this, is I feel like they really erase a part of Kara's backstory by having her not be born on Krypton. Like she's not born until Krypton explodes, and then she's like on this
I was confused
preserved.
about this too. I thought that she
Mhm.
was older than him, but like somehow had time frozen or
So,
something.
yeah, so usually what happens is she either leaves the same time as Clark, like just during the extinction event.
Uh-huh.
This retconned it to be like this Argo City, and like they try to preserve, which I think is interesting too, of like this kind of metaphor of like holding on to your culture and your heritage, and like what do you
Uh-huh.
do with that? I think that's interesting. Uh, but the choice to not have her be conscious and like alive to watch Krypton suffer, I think is like a huge disservice to her character, because like that trauma that she carries like informs a lot about her, and
Hmm.
especially paired with the fact that she's this older cousin going to go to Earth to like take care of her baby, like her new baby cousin that she has to watch over. And then like he's established and older than her and is Superman and is doesn't need her whenever
Hmm.
she already felt like she had nothing to begin with, and now she's not even needed in that instance. I think adds a lot more to the story.
That sounds
Especially,
way more interesting than the
yeah,
arc that they tried to give her.
especially because it is like it's like this kind of gendered role thing to begin with. So in like the meta context of like the story of like, well, you're supposed to do this, but now that you're not needed, what is the role of this woman in this world where she can't, raise the child and there's nobody else who knows her, and like what is her place? Which I think ultimately is kind of the overarching theme for her in general of like where does she exist in this world where her cousin is like the best person like ever, and like she can never live up to him, and like what does that mean?
Hmm.
And so I think by doing that, it definitely kneecaps the story a little bit. I don't know if maybe they wanted to save more of the Krypton stuff for like the Man of Tomorrow with like the Brainiac stuff, because sometimes that's tied to Krypton. So maybe that was like a creative note to not do that. I thought that was like a weird choice that they made,
Yeah, I never
though.
felt the true connection of like I never really got her motivations even up until the end too. Like I see that she has trauma,
Hmm.
but again, it doesn't really tie in the way that I think they're trying to do. And
Yeah.
even when, and I guess the big problem for me in the Supergirl movie is that the best parts were when Clark Kent was on screen. When Superman was on screen, that's when the movie was like really cooking for me. And I feel like
He's so
that's,
good.
and he's just so
He's so
good.
great.
And
Yeah.
I felt like that's when the movie was really had steam for me, and I was like interested in that
Hmm.
and their dynamic. And really, the parts where she was on screen just didn't really do it for me. I also liked the Krypton backstory. I liked David Krumholtz and all that
Hmm.
stuff too. That
I
that stuff
really,
really
yeah,
worked for me as
I
well.
love the footage on
Um,
Argo and kind of exploring that culture
Yeah. So
more.
I guess like I was upset that the flashbacks were working more on me than
Hmm.
the actual story when usually I balk at flashbacks
Sure.
in storytelling. But that's really what had me going in this one. So
Yeah.
yeah, that disconnect was hard. And this through line of like, don't kill this guy because it will stick with you for the rest of your life.
Hmm.
And I don't know, that's just the way they describe it is just kind of old hat, like not handled very well, I thought, and doesn't even really, again, tie directly to Kara's backstory as well as they try to make it. Because then she just
Yeah,
kills him.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's actually a major difference in the book also. They don't kill him in the book, and they do like kind of the
Ah,
Phantom Zone. Like they put him in the Phantom Zone, like off panel after they've already beaten him, and like
hell
she's
yeah.
chosen not to kill him. And then it like cuts to like an epilogue where Ruthie is really old and Kara's like the same age, and it's been like 150 years, and like they let him out of this like little Phantom Zone gym, and he's super old and very apologetic, and he's like thought about everything that he's done, and like she like whacks him over the head with her cane as like this old woman, and that's like kind of the end of the story.
Okay.
That would have
I
been fun.
kind of like this change of like Kara does decide to kill him, because it's like the and also in the book too, Crypto does get poisoned, but she like fixes that without
Like,
Ruthie knowing. Like it's
oh,
it's like fixed, and she doesn't tell
interesting.
Ruthie so that she can stay on the path with her to make sure she doesn't stray from it and go for revenge in that way.
Oh,
So for her to
interesting.
like continue, like, so she did need in this, obviously she still needed the MacGuffin of the antidote, and like
Uh-huh.
that was true. But I do like this idea of like, as soon as like the harm has is done, and Ruthie isn't going to take vengeance on him, and like she's saved morally. Like that's all that she really cares about. And she's like, well, I have all this trauma and baggage on me. It doesn't matter if I kill you
Hmm.
because you're like objectively a bad person. I think that's kind of a cool difference.
Sure.
It's not necessarily better. Maybe it's more choose your flavor with that. But I think she's like a fundamentally like broken character who's trying to come back. I just found that to be kind of interesting in that way. But
I think I was with Carter. I think I wasn't feeling any kind of synergy between the plot and the character arc. Like it was kind of at the end when they kind of made it abundantly clear. Oh, like this, she's seeing herself in this little girl. I just like I really wasn't what like it wasn't cooking on a way that I was really like the I don't even I guess you know what I'm kind of saying like you're not even really picking up on it
Yes.
because it doesn't feel like it's all tied together.
Well,
mhm.
it just feels just so everything just felt vague was
The
really what it boiled down
the
to.
character arc doesn't even necessarily push the plot. The MacGuffin pushes the plot.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Like the everything would have happened as it happened without those motivations. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and like combine that lack of like anything to chew on. Then you have the villain who is among probably like even in Marvel would be D tier. Like
Yeah, that's
he has some creepy visuals from time to time, especially in the cold open. But like more often than not, it's like this guy is just he is Bible paper thin. Like I don't give a
His
fuck.
visuals are like really weird in this too, because like typically he's like this swashbuckling like Treasure Planet kind of guy. Like he is just
Cool.
like the actor who
that's
plays him
rad.
actually looks a lot like the character. Like I kind of thought he would just play him how he looks. But yeah, they did like he's like a Hellraiser guy
Does he
in
have beads on his face in the comic?
no
And
beads.
then
He
they
kind of
like
looks like a
add
Bradley
in
Cooper with like ginger hair. Like he's pretty suave looking dude.
yeah. And then they kind of add in this whole like C plot around that this guy sex traffics young women, which is like holy shit.
Hmm.
But also like that doesn't even feel like it has the punch it should. It's like
No, it's watered down.
it's like a drunk right hook of like
Yeah.
whoa like what are you doing? But like
Hmm.
yeah, I
And
don't know why you would introduce something that heavy in a PG-13 movie when you can't handle it appropriately. So I don't know. I just didn't really care for any time it involved the villain. I thought that was just kind of boring.
And
yeah, yeah.
it's more so not that he's like this big bad villain. Like he's not even super like he's super strong in this. Like they make him really physically strong in this movie, but like that's not really his thing. He's just kind of with the limitations that Kara has without having her powers for like a big majority of the story. Like it is kind of more so he just has like a crew and a ship and is like a few steps ahead and keeps getting away from them. And like that's kind of more so what it is. Like at one point he does like trap her on the Kryptonian planet with like the green sun and stuff. Like that is like a trap that he lays. Like his base isn't there, but like
Uh-huh.
he's like more conniving and
But even that
like
felt like an accident. That felt like a
yeah.
coincidence in the movie that he
Yeah,
would be
it's
stationed there.
not. Yeah, it totally feels coincidental. Like he literally like obtains this crazy like glowing magic orb that like she gets trapped into, and it like warps them to this planet, which they also have dinosaurs on, which is really cool.
But
Like there's
he
like all these
like
monsters.
Would love
what?
that.
First of all, that is cool. Second of all, like she doesn't even feel like she's on his radar. Like he's just trying to
S-
like it,
And so a
like the
huge problem with this, Jeff, is that the story is based upon like the entire galaxy knowing who Superman is, because he's like this legend throughout the galaxy at this point in his mythos of being
Mm.
around for like 80 years. and and so like this planet that she gets stranded on in the book and in the movie is like literally bioengineered to like capture Superman there, and like she tells this story in the book of like how he almost died, and if the Justice League hadn't come to like rescue him, he would have died on the planet because the sun is down, like the green sun is up for like 10 hours or something like that, and like he has to survive the night essentially, which is cool. And with this movie being, David Cornsweet's Superman is only 3 years fresh, so like you
Mhm.
can't really do that type of explaining, but
But more for the story,
yeah.
and like it just kind of felt like he was just doing his thing, being a bad
Hmm.
guy, and she's just kind of this annoying fly who would show up every once in a while. Like I don't, she like she was kind, he was kind of in her head rent
Yeah.
free. Is kind of what I'm trying to say. Like I never felt like they were nemesis by any stretch.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
really is just a Ruthie Krim story that I think focusing more on her and the revenge plot is like should be the front focus of this story, and it a lot of times just isn't, unfortunately.
yeah, it felt there were just so many opportunities to achieve the goal in the movie, get the antidote. It just felt like it kept getting drawn out, and
Hmm.
there were like four final standoffs with Krem and
Yep.
Ruthie or Kara or and then also I found this to be, really annoying too, is that every time the female protagonists got in a bind, it was pretty much Lobo that would come and save the day every time too.
Yeah.
So like we really just hinged everything on a male figure coming in and kind of, saving the girls.
I feel
Um,
like it was such a missed opportunity to have, because he's not in the story at all normally. So this was like you can introduce him, do whatever you want with him.
sure,
I
he's
feel
kind of
like whenever they're in the jail, she should have hired him to like take out Krem instead. Like the fact that he's after this other guy
he definitely
just
should have
doesn't
done it.
work the same. And then I
Mhm.
think it's, well, I'm gonna kill this guy for her. And then
Yeah.
it's like Supergirl and Lobo kind of fighting because like that's essentially the same as like her killing. Like she's still like allowing it to happen. She has to
Right.
choose it to not happen. So like I think that would have been an interesting way to like get them to clash as like actual antagonists. I feel like they don't really fight each other ever. And that would have been really cool. I think that would have been different,
And
but he's so fun too. He was he
he was
was
He's
really
fun.
fun.
He's a
blast.
really
I
fun
like
part.
I liked when he was on screen. Um, but like even when the way he was introduced, I was kind of scratching my head because like she kills and whips the ass of the entire bar, and then he immediately lights a cigar and then walks up and is like, "Who are you?" And she like pulls this Valley Girl thing, but like, did you not just see her kill the entire bar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and then the other plot hole that I can't get out of my head is at the beginning he's there to get the swords, right? From that guy who's like this master sword maker.
Hmm.
Does he just
Yes.
not get the sword? And then like it feels like he would have killed or kidnapped the girl and went to the shed and grabbed the sword, and he does neither. He just leaves.
He does. Yeah.
So and I'm gonna keep saying this, in the book,
Uh-huh.
they're stone farmers, like they're not swordsmen. Like it's like they're literally just like small rural community people. Like they don't have
Okay.
any importance. And it's Krim's sword. Like that sharp dagger looking sword is his sword that he kills her father with. And so it's her carrying this sword that was wielded by the murderer of her own father. And it's like kind of this new, and using it as like a tool of revenge and like a method of
That's
like
way cooler.
it's
That's
way
way cooler.
cooler.
And that informs more this,
And it's so much more
this revenge thing.
fantasy, and it's really heavy on the fantasy tropes in that way too. And it's interesting because I feel like a lot of showrunners and universe people are like, we need our Game of Thrones. We need our Game of Thrones. This is like the Game of Thrones thing if you wanted to do it. Like they have this Amazon thing that they're apparently, like, not Amazon the streaming, but like the
Like the Wonder Woman.
Amazonian,
Okay.
yeah, like prequel thing that they still say they may be doing. I feel like this would have been better as like a 8 episode type of thing where you could like really flesh out the
Mm.
those moments. But
Yeah, this was thinner than like a Game of Thrones cold open. Like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I got none of those vibes.
Hmm.
No,
Um,
I got none of that. Can I ask a question about kryptonite
Hmm.
and just in general? Because like kryptonite just kind of seems to be a problem until it isn't. in this movie, at
Mm-hmm.
least. Like she gets stabbed with these kryptonite darts, and then
Mm-hmm.
she's like about to die, and then Lobo comes in, and then suddenly she's okay. Again with the sun, like the sun goes down, and then we're good, we're chilled. Then she just comes up and is be able to can fight. Is it just like a? Are we just gonna keep using? It was just really annoyed me that that kept being the device that was like let's throw
Yeah.
a kryptonite dart on her, and then this will slow her down for a second.
It tends to be inconsistent in lore. I feel like a lot of times it's treated as like if she is like has this kryptonite in the dart or whatever in her leg for like a day, she'll die from it. But
Okay,
it ultimately just like weakens her to where she could be killed by other things. Or like
got
give
it.
her like essentially like an allergic reaction to where like she can't really move, but she's like not dead or anything. But
Okay,
I agree, like the kind of just like removing them, even though it showed literally going into like the bloodstream of her, which was kind of
yeah, and then it just kind of wasn't after
Yeah,
she
it's
took
a
them
yeah,
out.
that's a lot of visual investment
yeah.
for it to not matter at all.
Sunlight tends to fix a lot of the problems, but usually they got to at least fly to the sun a little bit first. Like it was a little bit like even after they went through all the work of like showing how much like sand they were kicking up and like how like gloomy it was, it felt like especially weird that the sun just kind of fixed it in that moment. But
Yeah,
oh, and like
Yeah.
the cinematography could have been so cool there because it felt very Mad Max. But it's like, man, if that sand was like bright orange and like the
It felt like
sky
they did
was
that to get
bright
away with
blue.
having their final set piece be a field, like
yeah.
just adding some sort of visual interest and hiding
Just
some of the
just
flaws.
just ugly though. And then they thought their flair at the end would be, and again, this is kind of a Gillespie problem because Gillespie just doesn't really have any moves of his own, where it's just like he doesn't have like a distinct visual filmmaking style, right? Like he takes the needle drops thing, he's doing
Hmm.
slow motion in the end, and he's combining the two into one of the most horrific moments I've ever seen on screen
Yeah.
with a nice Jimmy Eat World cover. Um, which I just cannot believe that that was the decision we made in this final sequence. It just completely
Not
like
to say that that song that isn't covered couldn't be used at some point in the
no,
soundtrack. Like it's not out of place in theory. It was just utilized in such an
Uh,
odd
the
way.
cringy Halsey millennial cover.
Yeah.
It's
horrific.
bad.
Lauren started laughing out loud, and I just like had my
It
jaw
yeah.
on the ground, and I think everyone was laughing at that moment. I don't know
It's
how that
bad.
happened, and we blamed James Gunn in that Variety article or whatever it was. Like
And
James
apparently
Gunn,
they tried 45 different songs, and that's the one they picked.
Gillespie said it was his fault. It was great.
There's no I mean like I'm sure he gave notes, but I can't think that falls on him ultimately.
Yeah, I just
Because
oof,
I think he'd
that's
pick
bad.
better songs. I think he could easily pick a better song than that
We've seen
without having
him.
to go through 45. Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen him do it many
I'm
times.
on the positive side, the things that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
I think you're right on the cast is innocent. I did like a lot of the sci-fi space opera elements of like
Felt very Star Warsy at
very
times.
Star Warsy of
Hmm.
like yeah the like I felt like a lot of the sets were practical. A lot of there was a
Hmm.
lot of like cool puppetry and like
I really
um
appreciated that aspect. The
yeah
Puppetry is
puppetry
like
and the
rad.
makeup was really cool.
yeah so like there was moments of it where I was like this is really cool. The little I thought it was Seth Rogen, but then I couldn't find him in the credits. But the
I also
little
assumed it was Seth
I think it
Rogen.
is because he's worked with Gillespie
he
before.
must be
Okay.
uncredited then because
Yeah.
I was but either
So
way, he made me laugh out loud twice.
a
So like
weird aspect of that is that it's two different set pieces for that sequence. Like in the they're on a bus and he's not like a bus driver in that, but his species is like later down the road. I think they're like bigger, but essentially like the blue version of that species genocides the purple side of the species in one of the
Okay.
okay.
comics, and Krim is paid to do it for him. So Krim does a genocide along like the like but essentially with all those
Little
little people
guys.
that Seth Rogen voiced. And
Okay.
Kara helps instead of like there's like a mass grave being buried, and she sees this guy like shoveling graves to give them each like a dignified thing. And despite her time crunch, she like takes the time to like bury all of these people who have been killed. And I think that's really cool and a
Okay.
really strong moment. And I wish that was included.
I don't know if
Like,
I need that much backstory from the Seth Rogen guy.
Sure, sure. It's just like a moment of like
Yeah,
of just showing her character off, which I think is
yeah, for sure.
interesting.
yeah, I laughed
Um,
almost every time he said something, as compared to
it's
like
so weird.
the lines we gave Supergirl of like gets hit with a thing or like is paralyzed and like is throwing up. I'm fine, by the way. And then
Yeah, very
thing,
Marvel humor.
yeah, things like we haven't been properly introduced. Like I don't know, man. I
Yeah.
think I'm just so. I think maybe if I had this may be the problem. If I had seen this in 2012, I probably thought that shit worked brilliantly. But now
Yeah, I think
it's just so
it's more
saturated.
tired than like
Yeah.
it's just kind of yeah. Like I think the negatives are mostly that it's been done in better ways at times, and the source material is so good, you shouldn't have an excuse for it being so mediocre.
And yeah, and you can't like, and there's a lot at stake putting like a female protagonist superhero at the center.
Mhm.
You cannot have your script be so mediocre when frankly, like if it were a man at the center, it would be more forgivable with people, like right, like
Or maybe
it's a
people
different
would take it
bar.
more seriously. I don't
Yeah,
know. Who's
it's a
to
different.
say?
Who's to
Like,
This
say?
movie, if you make the same movie and it's a male superhero, it sucks even more.
You're probably right because
Like
there's.
with like the fact that it's like an
I don't know
interesting
if it gets as
character
much
and an
hate though.
interesting actress playing her is like I feel like one of its only redeeming
I think
values.
it would just be ignored if it were a man. Like it
Sure.
would just be forgotten. I think
Yeah.
Supergirl will be hated for the wrong reasons for a couple months, right?
Yeah.
And I will say, I think the wave of all the bad reviews I was seeing kind of made me more pleasantly surprised coming out the other end of being like, oh, it wasn't that bad. Like I was really expecting it to be like bad after
I
I've
mean,
seen.
yeah, people comparing it to Thor: The Dark World are
I think that's a little
Crazy.
it's
unfair.
a little crazy,
Yeah.
except for maybe the antagonist of both are pretty much
One
forgettable.
note. Yeah.
But
At least it's mercifully short. It's an hour 40.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't mind. I didn't mind that. I wish there
Not
was
bad.
more. I get that it's the story, but it sucks that we sidelined crypto for the whole movie.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I get
Did
it.
Lauren freak out? Did that get a
Oh, Lauren
reaction?
almost cried at the very beginning of the movie when
Abby
crypto got
cried when
shot.
she adopted, puppy crypto at the crypt.
But I
Is that
want
what he's
That was
crypto?
to.
cute.
Oh.
Oh, crazy. I want to know because Lauren hasn't seen the new Superman. So I want to know because her note on crypto, I was like, what do you think of crypto? She was like, very CGI. And I wonder if
The
she would have
CGI on
that.
crypto is bad.
I wonder if she would have the same
I
note
don't
in
mind.
Superman because I thought it actually looked pretty good in Superman. But
Hmm.
but I don't know. But she hasn't seen Superman, so I don't know. But even that was even a note for her on crypto. But
Interesting.
I don't know. But yeah, she was upset when the dog got shot. But I think she pretty much didn't even catch that there were these like child bride subplot that like pretty much went in and out the window pretty quickly. But yeah, I cannot. I will think about that needle drop for a long time. It's, I think my biggest takeaway from the movie, and easily put it down half a star for me. Just
Mhm.
that one
That sucks.
ill-placed Jimmy
I get
World
it.
cover. But I don't know. I'm not out on I'm not out on DC yet. Like I
No,
know that people are like, it's over. It's not
The
over.
gun
not
jammed.
over.
The gun
The gun
jam.
jammed.
But I do think it is interesting, like what is next, right?
Mhm.
We have a lantern show, right? Is that the next thing that's coming? Is it the lantern show?
I think so.
I think that's in August, and then Clayface will
And then
be the
Clayface.
next month, I think.
It's
Or
just
2 months
funny that
from now.
October.
yeah,
October, yeah.
that the third movie in this new DC is, this horror movie about origin story about Clayface. I mean,
They're they're
they're taking
taking
swings.
risks. Yeah.
which I like. I can respect that. I think that the buck stops at Man of Tomorrow. I think if that's not good, then I don't know. Then we got a
I
big
think it's gonna
problem.
cook though.
But I do
Man's gonna
like
cook.
yeah, because I've already by the behind the scenes stuff. It has color. Like
Hmm.
it's the characters that had such life and depth in the first one
And
coming
I will
back
say
to do new
too,
things.
a lot of people were complaining about the color grading of Superman. So what do the audiences even want?
I loved
Like,
it. I'm fine with
I
it.
really liked it,
I like that
but
aesthetic. It's just an optimistic aesthetic. And I don't know. And I get it. Maybe you can argue Supergirl is, has a lot of backstory and trauma and demons. So that's why
it reflects
it
it.
looks
But
shitty. But no, you can't just do that.
yeah,
Lens
I
Flare
agree. You can
City.
make, yeah, you can, yeah, like Blade Runner isn't exactly a ray of sunshine, but it still looks
Still
gorgeous to
looks
look at.
amazing, right?
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fair point.
Um,
Very good point.
yeah, I mean, as far as I'll talk about one more scene that should have been cooler. Going back to the bus ride scene, I did like the like little tech pirates kind of. I kind of thought that was cool with the little teleporting effect, little digitized thing. I thought that was interesting.
That's probably the best
Um,
fight sequence of all of them.
yeah, not a ton of like traditional fight sequences for a superhero movie.
Mhm.
But it is supposed to be a dragon that just attacks the bus, and
That
which
sounds
is really cool.
awesome.
And instead, and again, this is in an established DC universe. There's not a sun nearby for her to like go get supercharged, which is what she
Uh-huh.
does in the movie. So she notices someone who has like red kryptonite on them because it's like a hallucinogenic for people who aren't Kryptonian. And she takes it and it lets her like make her visions like tangible and she turns into like a fire bird and like attacks the dragon and it's awesome.
Everything
It's
you have
really cool.
described that happens in the comic is
It's
infinitely
really
cooler
cool.
and than what we got. And even the dragon, like, and I mean that maybe is the why they didn't double down on the fantasy aspect, like
Hmm.
that there would be a dragon, a space dragon would be electric.
It's sick.
But then it just ultimately felt like Craig Gillespie watched the cantina scene in Star Wars and then just threw that in 3 or 4 times.
Hmm.
I don't disagree. I think that's pretty fair.
It's fine. And I get it. Gillespie's just like, a steady hand that who has, done this and it's like, let's get somebody in here who can do it.
But
But
the whole point of this, like the whole point of James Gunn Vision was to like to fight
Get
against that.
specific visions and yeah,
Yeah,
to
like that just is so
yes,
so
which
against the
Clayface
grain.
looks like also. Like this one just feels like the weird thing in the middle. And it's
hmm
unfortunate that it was the female superhero, you know?
In the second movie, like as like you don't want to wait that long for a female superhero, but had this come out, had this been their seventh movie, like Marvel had some stinkers between phases. You know what I mean? Like
Sure,
it's
for
fine,
sure.
but like you're not going to stop the train over it. But now it feels like we just left and now we got to stop for gas already. It's like God,
Hmm.
like can we just keep going? Like
Yeah.
And it does suck when like this is kind of her best story in like the past couple decades too of like, well, damn, you're definitely gonna have to like do original stuff going forward. So like when people were excited for this announcement, it's just like you're not gonna capture that magic in the same way.
yeah,
Yeah. And to be fair, like I haven't seen the Supergirl movie from what, the 80s?
Oh my God, it's so bad.
I haven't
It's
seen the
so
show,
bad.
so I'm sure this is the best that we've gotten from this character. And
I
I'm
think so. I
sure
think the
that,
best characterization so far. And I love the actress. I think she's great.
yeah, I think that's going to work in future projects. I think just maybe a better script and someone who can maybe photograph her better. I thought her fight sequences were mostly incoherent a lot of the time. So, yeah, I think
And it's
she'll be
yeah, it's
good.
tough watching like the trailer to Spider-Man with like the new director for that and seeing like the sauce that that has. It's
looks
like,
awesome.
oh,
Yeah,
dang.
because Tom
Well,
Holland came off the set of the Odyssey and was like, "What are we doing, guys? We got to make a movie." So, in Christopher Nolan, we trust, I guess. If Christopher
yeah.
Nolan shot this movie, is it better?
Yeah.
Dumb question. Just wanted to make sure I was
If
still on the
Tom
same
Brady's
planet.
on the Bucks, do they win a Super Bowl?
That being said, he has made some dull looking superhero movies too.
That's
He's also guilty
that's
of it,
fair. Can I ask
despite his intentions.
one more question and then we can move on if we want to? But is it better if a woman has directed the movie?
I think so.
Okay,
I think so.
same
Yeah, not
script, but just
not a guy named Craig. Fuck
Like
off.
just
British
yeah,
guy named
I really
Craig.
think like the music and shot choices are ultimately like in better hands with a woman
Mhm.
at the helm. I don't know who I would necessarily honestly Greta Gerwig would be amazing. Like that'd be
That'd be
so fun. And she's doing the Narnia stuff like maybe it didn't come out this year. Maybe let her get the Narnia under her belt and then let her tackle the true
Yeah.
fantasy epic of this. And I think she would nail it.
Patty Jenkins.
Hey,
Sure.
I think Wonder Woman's probably the
Yeah.
best example we have of this track record of a
Not
female.
perfect, but it's
Not
still
perfect, but
pretty good.
it's good
She's working on Starfighter.
until the day she
Yeah.
dies.
Sure she is. Um, yeah. Any final thoughts?
Um, I think I agree with Jeff that I probably won't watch it again, but I didn't have a horrible time. Again, overhated. I had a very middle, 2.5 stars for me is what I gave it. Very middle of the road for me.
I'll watch it again if DCU turns it around. I mean, not, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
regains the momentum and has 10 years of success, and this is part of my rewatch. But outside of that,
Fair.
yeah, I don't even know if I'd recommend it to my like normie brothers and
I won't.
friends. I don't think I'd recommend they see it in theaters.
That's fair.
So, but I liked it. It was fun.
I didn't, but it was fun.
I didn't. I don't know if I liked it, but it was fine.
It
I
wasn't
didn't-
bad.
I didn't regret going to the theater, but I don't know if I would
The
recommend.
misogynists
It was not worth
around
$17.
the film are just making it worse, man.
They
We
are,
can't even
and-
we can't even critique this film properly without feeling like an asshole.
Yeah.
I love women. My final take.
Love it.
Amen.
Let's move on to what's in the box.
What's in the box?
And boys, do you have any reviews for the movie? Carter?
Just one. I have
Jeff?
this. So sorry.
No, that's okay.
3.5. 3.5 from Jordan. It says the DCU really is the spiritual successor to the MCU because this is the most Phase 1 coded movie ever.
True. They'll find their
Fair.
footing. Mine is 2 stars from Jay. That needle drop was so ridiculous. They could have played We Are Charlie Kirk and the scene would have been much harder.
Yeah, honestly.
Sure. I mean, it would have definitely gotten a crazier reaction. Mine is 1.5 stars from Frames of Nick in all caps. Yo, you fucking up the ox, which I think is fair.
That seems to be the takeaway that maybe everyone can agree on.
Hmm. Then, as far as like anticipation for future DCU projects, we got 3 like right down like in the locked and loaded, ready to go. So I'm kind of curious for you, Carter, between Lanterns, Clayface, and Man of Tomorrow, how would you rank those?
Lanterns would be last because I frankly, I mean, I'll watch it if I'll watch it if Jackson says it's good. Watch it. That's kind of where I stand there. I'm honestly Clayface might be number 1 for me
Interesting.
right now. Like I just really am hoping, at least from what I've seen in the trailer, I'm really thinking and hoping that has the sauce, that it can be a standalone vision for the director, for James Watkins, and it's different. That would be so thrilling. So that might be my number 1 right now. And the
Jeff,
Man
what
of
about
Tomorrow
you?
in the middle. Yeah.
I think Lanterns should be number 1 just because it's space cops and that's fucking dope.
Hell yeah.
But the trailers are a little underwhelming and it does kind of have like the suits like are kind of like washed out color grading. So like
Sure.
that kind of makes me nervous. So I'm gonna put that at 2. I'll put Man of Tomorrow at 1 because I want James Gunn back at the helm. And then Clayface I'll watch if Jackson tells me it's good. Because I don't like body horror. But if
That's
it's good,
fair.
I'll watch it.
I feel like I'm hesitant on Clayface just in the fact that I don't think it's going to be as scary. So I kind of want it to be like really scary, and
That'd be awesome.
I hope
I
it's really
understand
scary
it.
and I hate it
Yeah.
because that'll probably make it good.
I
like,
hope so
better.
too. I also hope Jeff hates Clayface.
Yeah.
Lauren hated the trailer because it was scary. Like
Yeah.
when we saw Supergirl. So
I hope
know.
they take huge swings and it's fucked up and really cool.
Sweet.
We'll see.
Let's move on to You Feeling Lucky.
You gotta ask yourself a question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
And someone has a game for us. Is it Carter?
it's me. I have a game.
I need to win this so that Carter and Jeff can go to the championship. If I don't win this, Jeff just wins the chip.
But don't throw
That'll
it.
suck. I don't want to throw it.
Yeah.
Trust
So
me.
So I concocted a pretty convoluted gambling game here for us.
Oh.
So the object of the game is pretty simple. Name the movie with super or girl in the title. Okay.
Ooh.
But I am going to give you, I have let's see, 18 movies written down, but here's the gimmick of it, is that I have 5 different clues for each movie. And those clues are the tagline, the director, the third build actor, the second build actor, and the first build actor. Okay? Those are the clues. You get to pick which you would like of the 5 categories. So if you're like, give me the director for this movie, and I'll give you the director. Now, the trick is each one has a different point difficulty based on the movie. So the tagline, if you say, give me the tagline could be worth 5 points because it's really hard for one movie, or one for another because it's super easy. So nobody has
Okay.
a total clear advantage. It's a kind of a guessing game and being lucky in that aspect. But here's the convoluted wrinkle I've added just because for shits and giggles.
Okay.
You can choose to answer if you know it on the clue you've been given without knowing the difficulty of the point. Or you can risk banking the points you've earned, hope the next player doesn't know the movie on their guess, and get one more clue to increase your point value for that movie. So you
Okay.
can bank up points, or you can lose them all to the other person if you took the swing.
That's what you're saying.
So yeah. Actually, I will tell you the point value as we go. When I give you the clue, just to tell you if it's hard
Okay.
or easy. It's just so you can kind of get the scale of where it is. So, you can take a gamble on something easy you might know, get the points, but not knowing if it's easy and a low point value or hard high capability score. Like it's however you want to play the game. It'll become a little clear as we do the first one. It may sound complicated, but I think it'll be simple as we go. We'll alternate guesses for each one as well. So if Jackson goes first, picks the clue, doesn't know, we'll pass it to Jeff, so on and so forth. Cool?
Cool. Let's do it.
Jackson, I will give you the honor of picking a movie between 1 and 18, and we'll go from there.
1.
Okay. Jackson, would you like a tagline, director, third build, second build, or first build actor?
Tagline.
Okay, the tagline. The galaxy awaits.
Hmm. I'll pass. Can I pass, right? And then come back to me? Is that how that works?
Yes, we will pass.
Okay.
And I won't. I've decided already immediately. I'm not going to tell you the point value.
Okay.
Okay, so Jax passes on the tagline. Jeff, would you like director, third build actor, second build actor, first build actor?
I'll go third build actor.
The third build actor is Charlie Day.
Okay. Can I guess now?
You may guess, yes.
Is it Super Mario Galaxy?
That is correct,
It
yes.
definitely is. Damn.
So that is 7 points for Jeff.
Damn.
Oh, do I
Because
get Jackson's points too?
you get Jackson's points too.
Oh, dang.
Yes.
So it kind of sucks going first, honestly.
Well, if you know it, and then depending on the difficulty, for example, I thought the tagline was the fourth most difficult, or the most in the point value, like 5 being the most difficult. I thought the tagline was the hardest because I thought Charlie Day, Anya Taylor-Joy, and Chris Pratt were pretty easy, and you probably could have sniped it.
With the
Okay.
tagline, because it said the word galaxy.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And that's the game. Jackson, since you lost, I'll let you decide if you'd like to go first or second this time.
I'll defer.
Okay. Jeff, pick a number between 1 and 17.
Well, if he defers, can I pick to go second?
No.
All right, I'll go. I'll go 12.
Amazing. Okay. What clue would you like, sir?
I'll go tagline.
Tagline. Watch your back.
All right. Jackson.
Jackson, would you like a director, third build, second build, first build? Again, you don't know if the
Let's
first
go
build
first
is-
build.
Okay. Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah. That's Mean Girls. I thought it was maybe Mean Girls. I should have been more strategic about that.
That is Mean Girls, and that's a total of 5 points for you.
All right.
With Lindsay Lohan being the easiest clue and the
Yeah.
tagline being the second hardest clue. I thought the director was the hardest. Mark Waters. You telling me you know Mean Girls off Mark Waters?
No.
Thought not. All right. Jeff, would you like to go first or second?
Second.
Okay, Jackson. A number between 1 and 16.
16.
16.
16.
Would you like what would you like?
Can I get third build?
Third build, Christopher Mintz-Plasse.
Oh, perfect. Jeff's turn.
Oh, okay. Not taking the points. Jeff.
I'll go second build actor.
Second build actor, Michael Cera.
Yeah, super bad.
That's correct.
Damn.
Jeff takes the points there. That's 5 points for Jeff. Christopher Mintz-Plasse being worth 3, Michael Cera being worth 2. Jonah Hill was the easiest clue there. Tagline "Come and Get Some" was 4, and the director Greg Mottola was 5. Puts Jeff at 12 points, Jackson at 5.
Uh-oh.
I'm surprised Jackson took a gamble there. Knew the movie and just.
Well, I
moved
thought
on.
I'd rank up points, but then Jeff just scooped it and got it all. I was
That's-
gambling.
That's the gamble. Okay, Jackson, you lost that round. Would you like to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Okay. Jeff, number between 1 and 15.
15.
15. Would you like a tagline, director, third build, second build, first build?
I'll go tagline.
Okay. Tagline. This ain't no game.
Okay.
That's your tagline.
No guess.
No guess for Jeff. Jackson,
Hmm.
you have director, third build, second build, first build.
Second build, please.
Second build, John Leguizamo.
Ooh. Oh, I think I know it, but I don't think Jeff knows it.
But will another
So I'm gonna
clue
I'm
give it
gonna
to him?
I'm gonna hold off.
Okay, a gamble. Jeff, we have the director, third build, and first build left on the board.
I'll go first build.
First build, Bob Hoskins.
Hmm. Oh.
Is this the 90s Super Mario Brothers?
This is what a snipe
Damn.
from Jeff. Jackson, not a good gambler so far. So that's a total of 3 points for the tagline, 2 for John Leguizamo, 1 for Bob Hoskins, 6 points for Jeff, putting him at 18. Jackson's still at 5, but there's 14 movies left, so still time to come back. Jackson,
Okay.
first or second, sir?
First.
Okay. Between 1 and 14, what number, sir?
14.
14. What would you like? Director, tagline, third build, second
Tagline.
build? Tagline. They have one shot to show their spots.
Okay. I'll pass for
Okay.
now.
Jeff, director, third build, second build, first build actor.
Second build.
Second build, Adrian Balon Houghton.
Come again.
Adrian, I'll give you what her name was at the time. Adrian Balon.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. Since
I'm
we
gonna
married.
pass.
Okay.
I'll go
Jackson.
first build.
First build, Raven Simone.
Ah.
Oh,
Is this Cheetah Girls?
This is
gotta be.
Cheetah Girls, yes.
nice.
Let's go.
That was a good draw there. That was a total of 6 points for the tagline, the build actors and actresses there. So that was puts you at 11 and Jeff at 18. Good little comeback there. Jeff, first or second?
I'll go second.
Okay,
He's
Jackson,
afraid.
number between 1 and 13, sir.
Let's go lucky number 7.
7. Okay. Tagline, director, actor, third build,
Tagline.
tagline. For anyone who's ever won, for anyone who's ever lost, and for everyone who's still in there trying.
I'm gonna pass on that one.
Yeah, it's tough. Jeff,
A good director.
director Mike Nichols.
Okay.
This one's a tough one, I think.
I'm gonna have to pass, but that's a decent clue.
I'll go
Jackson?
first build.
First build, Melanie Griffith.
What the hell? I have no idea. I'm gonna pass.
Terrific. Jeff, there's either third build or second build left.
I guess I'll go second build.
Second build, Harrison Ford. I feel this is one of the tougher ones, perhaps.
Mike Nichols.
Mike Nichols.
I'll pass.
Jackson, your last clue, or else this one's a wash. Sigourney Weaver is the third build actress in this film.
Sigourney Weaver.
A Mike Nichols film starring Sigourney Weaver, Harrison Ford, Melanie Griffith.
I really have no idea. I have no idea. What is it?
This is a wash then. This is Working Girl.
Working Girl.
Not of some feminists here on the
I
panel
guess
today.
not.
Okay. That one's a wash. No points. No blood lost there. Jeff, the board is still yours, first or second.
Second.
Jackson, 1 through 12.
12.
Okay. Tagline, director, third, second, or first.
Tagline, please.
The tagline, find the courage to be yourself.
Okay. Skip me, please.
Terrific. Jeff,
I'll go first build.
first build, Eddie Redmayne.
Oh, the Danish
Oh.
girl.
It is the Danish girl.
Nice.
Great poll. Gives you 5 points there. Eddie Redmayne being the easiest clue there, but the tagline, pretty difficult. So, put you at 23. Jackson at 11. Jackson, the board is yours. 1 through 11.
Let's go 1.
Number 1. Tagline, director, actors.
Tagline, please.
Tagline, it arrives.
It arrives.
That is the tagline.
Okay, I'll pass for now.
Okay. Jeff,
I'll go director.
director, J.J. Abrams.
Super 8.
Yes, it is
Damn.
great. J.J. Abrams was the easiest one there. So only 4 points there. Gives you 27. Jackson still at a deficit here. Would you like to go first or second, sir?
First.
Okay. 1 through 10.
1.
All right, back at the top. Director, tagline, actors.
Let's go actor. Let's go first build.
First build actor, Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig. Is this the girl with the dragon tattoo?
Taking his points early. What a
Nice.
snipe. Only 3 points, but you're on the board.
Hey, I need him.
Put you at 14. 14 to 27. Great snipe there. Okay. Jeff, first or second.
I'll go second.
Okay, he's letting you in the driver's seat, Jax. 1 through 9.
1.
Back to number 1. Love it. All right. What would you like? Tagline? Director?
Give me actor, lead actor.
The lead actor, Cary Grant.
Cary Grant.
Top billed actor.
Hmm.
That's an oldie.
Is this His Girl Friday?
It is.
Nice.
Let's go.
Chipping away. That was the easiest clue, though. Just 1 point.
Okay.
Put you at 15. Still some room to grow there. Jeff, first or second?
Second.
Jackson is making you earn it.
One.
Number one. Okay, and what?
And I'll
you
go
want?
first build again.
First build, Ben Affleck.
Ooh, okay.
That's your top build actor.
This is Gone Girl.
This is Gone Girl. 2 David Fincher movies with girl in the title. 2 points. 2 points there for you. Put you at 17. Only down 10 now.
Was Tyler Perry third build on that?
Neil Patrick Harris is third.
Ah, damn. That would have been crazy.
Jeff, are you going first or second?
What's my score?
You're at 27. Jackson is at 17.
How many more movies are there?
There are 7 movies left.
I'll go second.
He's nervous.
Jax?
Yeah, I'll go 1 and then I'll go director.
Director, Robert Rodriguez.
Let's go Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
That's correct. It's a nice 3 points for Jackson.
Jeff's sweating a little bit.
Puts him at 20.
Not worried about a thing.
Let's see. Am I going first again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's give me the next one up. Number
All
1.
right, there you go. What do you want? Tagline, director,
Give me
actors?
second build.
Second build, actress, Emily Mortimer.
Emily Mortimer. I'm gonna have to pass on this one.
Okay, Jeff is playing again.
Give me the director, please.
The director, none other than Craig Gillespie.
Lars and the Real Girl.
This is Lars and the Real Girl, yes. 7 points right there. Pretty much undid all.
I brought that up. Jeff probably would have not known that.
Yeah,
had I said it.
Icarus.
I've seen most of it.
It's good.
It's very, very Evan coded movie.
Very Evan coded.
Okay, that makes the lead a little larger and still not out of the question, though. 34 to 20. Jackson, you're bored now. First or second?
I'll go first.
Okay. 1 through 5 is where we're at.
5, please.
5, switching it up. What would you like, sir?
Give me director, please.
Director, bad choice. Howard Zeef.
Yeah, I have no idea. We'll pass on to Jeff.
Could be a big point gainer, this one, maybe. Jeff?
Give me the first build.
First build, Anna Chlumsky.
I'm gonna pass.
Okay.
Can I get a second build, please?
Second build, Macaulay Culkin.
It's not Richie Rich.
This is a toughie.
Yeah, I can't pull this one. Does Jeff know it?
I don't know. Jeff?
I need a tagline, please.
Okay. When your dad's an undertaker, your mom's in heaven, and your grandma's got a screw loose, it's good to have a friend who understands you, even if he is a boy. It's quite a tagline.
Oh.
Is it My Girl?
It's My Girl.
It is My Girl. Damn it.
That's a big point swing there.
Damn it.
That is 7, 8. That's 11 points for Jeff.
Shit.
It's looking pretty daunting, but we'll finish it out. Jackson, 1 through 4.
4, please.
Would you like a tagline, director, actors?
I'll take tagline.
Tagline: the greatest superhero movie of all time, not counting all the others.
Okay.
Stupid.
Um. hmm. I'll pass for now.
Okay.
I think
Yep.
I know it. Can I have just the top build?
Yeah, that'd be Drake Bell.
Oh,
Oh.
I know exactly what this movie is, but now
But what's it called?
I thought it was a different one. Oh, I wanted to see this so bad. I thought the trailers were so funny as a kid. So like Super Hornet or something?
Is not Super Hornet.
Okay. God damn it.
Jax?
Okay. Can you tell me that the second or third build is Tracy Morgan? Let's go third build. Tracy Morgan, third build.
Third build is Christopher McDonald.
Oh. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna pass for now.
Okay.
I know it. I just want to see if I can gamble. This is my only shot.
He's gambling. I love it. Jeff,
Who's
director or second build?
I'll go just director.
The director is Craig Mazin.
A lot of Craigs today.
A lot of Craigs.
I can so clearly see the scene where he shoots the nail gun into that guy's hand. Because he's like trying to test his powers.
He's thinking.
Superhero movie?
It is superhero movie.
No. He's fist pumping.
Belt
Ugh.
ass.
It was my only chance.
As
I
it
had to
good
do
gamble. You had to do it. I respect it.
Ugh.
There's three more.
There's a pit in my stomach right now. I feel empty. I'm a husk.
It is
I'm wondering if the other one's still on this list. Is it who picks?
Jackson goes first.
3.
Three. What would you like, sir?
Director.
Director, Bryan Singer.
Superman Returns.
Good 3 points for Jax there. Chipping away. Chipping away. 2 movies to go.
2.
2. What would you like?
Third build.
Third build, Liv Tyler.
I'm gonna pass for now.
Okay. Jeff.
Tagline?
Tagline, shut up, crime.
Is it Super?
This is just super, yes.
All right, this is what I thought that other one was.
That puts you at a lot. Okay. Jackson,
fun.
last one.
Last
for fun.
one.
What would you like? Or do you want Jeff to go?
Just give me second build, please.
Second build, Kevin Hart.
Okay. Kevin Hart.
Yes. Famous actor Kevin Hart.
Yeah. Oh, this is DC League of Super Pets.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
To give you 2 more points to end it. That puts Jackson
feel like-
25, Jeff at 64.
Jeez, my performance I think was better overall. I'll say it.
You were
Is that
cooking there
crazy
for
to
a
say?
minute.
Is that crazy to say?
No, it's not. Yeah,
You don't think
for a
sniping
second I
movie
got a
off
little
of the
nervous.
first one? Whew.
I did. When you count with him in 7, I got a little nervous but I just was like, there's only benefits to going second because you're get more clues, more points. But also, even if you do get it right, it's only going to be a couple. Like
I know.
all
it
you
was-
could do is chip away.
I was Sisyphus, bro. I was pushing that boulder.
Pushing
up,
that
and
rock, baby.
It just was not paying off.
And that's the game. And Jeff
Woo.
is our, whatever that is, season 2?
winner.
Season winner.
I'm gonna
I
get
don't
a Howard Zeif tattoo right above my heart.
know. Everyone go check out My Girl.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing. Jackson, where can they follow us on the stuffs?
They can follow us on Instagram at roughcut_pod, where they can click our link tree, take us to wherever you listen to your podcast at the Rough Cut Retrospective. Same on YouTube, where we put out video podcasts. Very exciting.
Mhm.
And yeah, follow us on Letterboxd at RCR Pod. And thank you, Film Yap.
Heck yeah. Next week, we're on break, little vacation before we celebrate our 300th episode. So check that out in 2 weeks. We're
Woohoo.
doing a little mailbag episode. There will be a link on our Instagram very soon. And perhaps, I don't know, wherever else we can put links.
Write in your questions. Put it in the comments of this episode if you want.
Please do. We will gather them all and do a little mailbag to celebrate 300 episodes. So we'll see you in 2 weeks. Until then, send us your questions. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
In case I don't see ya. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.